By the way, I need to correct myself on one thing involving Neil Armstrong. April 14th of 2010, Neil Armstrong lashed out at President Obama's decision to axe NASA's plans to return to the moon and described it as devastating to the U.S. space program. Buzz Aldrin's in favor of it, but Armstrong, this is according to AustralianNews.com, but Armstrong was unhappy with Obama's decisions on NASA, turn it into Muslim outreach and to suspend the... So the point is, he spoke rarely. He did not capitalize at all personally, did not even try on his fame. He refused to be turned into a pop culture figure. He refused all attempts to make him famous in the modern way people get famous in our pop culture. He had just done his job, and he preferred to stay behind the scenes and not act as though it was. And he didn't spike football. And he didn't call attention to himself. And I'm also old enough to remember that, all the concerns that NASA had at the time, that they picked just the right man to be the first one to walk on the moon. And think of that process. Think of the lobbying that went on there. Think of the attempts at manipulation. And obviously, whatever the stories are, the attempts at manipulation to be the first. And I'm old enough to remember this, the concerns that NASA had at the time that they picked just the right guy. And it's safe to say that they did pick exactly the right man to be first on the moon, Neil Armstrong. He was a hero in every meaning of the word, and we need and could use a lot more Neil Armstrongs, now more than ever. Armstrong, he wrote an open letter to Obama about his plans for the space program. And he didn't call MSNBC or the news networks when he did it. He just wrote it and sent it. Okay, we'll come back to convention stuff and the hurricane all coming up.